Hey guys, so today a little bit smaller on the meal prep. It's Tuesday now, so we don't need to make as much, but I'm out of food, so we're gonna make kind of a big kind of concoction for the week. We're gonna do things a little bit differently, so we're gonna pan sear the chicken first. There's just some salt, pepper, onion powder, a little bit of chili powder on there. Probably throw some garlic on there as well. What we're gonna do is pan sear it first and then throw it in the oven so we get a little crunch on there from the outside of that chicken breast. So I will pan sear and then throw it in the oven. All right, so what we're looking for here with that pan is I got cast iron skillet, a little bit of oil on the bottom. Again, we're going about 2 minutes on each side, and that will give you a nice crust, a nice browning on each side of that chicken breast before we throw it in the oven. All right, so we've got our 6 chicken breasts all nicely kind of browned on each side. Again, these are very, very raw still, so very raw. So we're gonna cook these for 20, 25 minutes at 375 in the oven, and then we'll be ready to go on some veggies. We're gonna make some cauliflower rice. We're gonna brown some Brussels sprouts and maybe some green beans, so we'll see. All right, so just grabbed everything out of the oven. Looking pretty good. This ended up being about half hour in the oven. And just quick tip, we're gonna let this rest for about 10 minutes. Kind of seals everything in as far as the juices go, so that when you cut it up, you won't basically lose all the moisture and it won't end up dry. All right, so we are going to make some cauliflower rice. Food processor, if you don't have a food processor, it's not a huge deal. You basically just spend some more time chopping, but this allows me to do a big rough chop and throw it in the food processor and make like a rice. So number one, these were on sale, so that's why we're making cauliflower rice. Buy things on sale. All right, these things were I think 99 cents or usually $1.99. So we're gonna make some cauliflower rice and throw some cilantro, probably a little bit of garlic, salt and pepper, and we'll chop everything up here. All right, for the last head of cauliflower here, I'm going to throw in some cilantro as well, some garlic, and this is actually a little bouillon cube. So we're going to crush it up. You can use chicken stock when you actually cook this. I'm going to add some water and then add the bouillon cube to be in there as well. So we'll get this last one on and then get everything on some heat and cook it just like we would some rice. All right, guys, so we have threw about a cup of water in, maybe a little more salt, some pepper, and then put it on about medium high. We're gonna cover it for, I don't know, this is probably the most cauliflower rice I've ever made, so we'll check and see as we go. I'd say probably 25 minutes to a half hour and just see where things are at. We're just trying to cook everything through. It's not rice, it's not gonna expand or anything like that. We just need to cook that cauliflower. In the meantime, we're gonna take this chicken, we're gonna cut up, divide it evenly. Again, you know, depending on where you're at, 3 to 4 to 5 ounce meals, and then we'll cut some Brussels sprouts and some green beans. We'll get everything going. All right, so we got our meals and snacks kind of cut up. Again, I've got a little bit of food left, so I'm not making as many as I normally do, which again keeps kind of costs down. So that's great. So now we're just waiting for the cauliflower rice to finish. We're gonna cut up some Brussels sprouts and we should be good to go. All right, guys. Cauliflower rice is done. It is now cooling down. We've got all of our Brussels sprouts cut. Basically, just cut them in half. Salt, pepper, garlic, some little bit of chili powder, a little bit of spice, a little bit of heat on there, and we've got a giant pan for the Brussels sprouts. We're going to basically brown these until they're soft. This is pretty much all my cooking fat, or my fat for all my meals, in the cooking oil, and that'll get absorbed into the Brussels sprouts. So that'll be my fat for the meals. So we'll get these cooking and get them going. Alright guys, we are done with our Brussels sprouts. Nice and tender through, some good color on them. So we're going to divide Brussels sprouts up and our cauliflower rice up with our chicken, and we'll be set. Alright guys, well that's it for me. Again, just keep it simple. We're trying to keep things cheap. All the vegetables I had were on sale, so it makes things a little bit easier. A little bit less meals than last time, only about 6 instead of 10. Again, we're at Tuesday and I've got some meals left over from last week. So makes it a little bit easier, a little bit cheaper. But again, we've got the roasted chicken, we've got some Brussels sprouts that we roasted in a pan, and again, we have that cauliflower rice. So again, if you have any questions, find a coach. They will help you out, and hopefully we'll be getting ready here soon for the start of the Triumph Clean Challenge and getting everybody eating a little bit better, eating a little bit more clean.